Nobody cares about your first few videos, and that can be harsh, but honestly, that's the truth. But on the bright side, it means that you have nothing to lose. And today, I'll be sharing a couple of things that I would have liked to know in the beginning when I first started editing. So here we go. So you got the camera, right? Then you got to get a lens. And after the lens, you can't film because you need an SD card to film with the camera and the lens that you have. Now that you can film with the SD card, the camera, and the lens, you need somewhere where that footage can go to. And that'll be to these external hard drives. We all need them. Every filmmaker, every creator needs external hard drives. Storage is the unsexy part that nobody really talks about. Your SD card fills up mid-shoot, then you got to start deleting old footage to make room for your new footage that you're shooting. Has that happened to you before?
Yes.
Yeah. Got Luis right there in the back. Show your hand right there. Hello. And your laptop crashes mid-edit because you have 200 gigabytes of 4K on the internal drive. And then after all this, the worst thing is that you lose a clip that you can never reshoot. In the film world, they always recommend to get 2 external hard drives before you even shoot one single clip, one single frame. One for the footage and one as backup. Do I do that? No. But, don't listen to me. I'm not perfect. I can be risky sometimes. I'm not proud of it, but I'm like that. So I do recommend get 2. But sometimes those external hard drives are or can get really pricey. Sometimes the ones that I get are like 120. So that adds up really quick. When I opened DaVinci Resolve for the first time, I was like, bro, what in the world is this? I'm like, it literally looked like Matrix. I'm not even kidding. Facts.
Yeah, right. Facts.
It was very overwhelming to the point where I was like, no, you know what? Forget this. I got the camera, I got the laptop, and it was so much that I was like, you know what? I'll just continue shooting on my phone, and I'll stick with CapCut to that point. And it was just all collecting dust. Literally. Here's the thing about editing software. Even if it looks like an airplane cockpit and it's so much, there's so many things that you can do. And all you wanted to do was just literally just put 2 clips together and just in normal sequence. But then you got color spaces, bins, timelines, sequences, audio mixers. And it's like, what the heck? It can be a lot. It can be a lot for sure. But here's the secret. You realistically only need 5 tools to pull your first edit. So here are the 5 tools. All you need really is the cut, the trim, volume adjustments, correction, color correction, and export. That's pretty much it. That's all you really need. But when you open the editing software, you see so much. You're like, oh, there's so many opportunities. There's so much things to do, or that you can do, the possibilities. That's not really that important to create a story, right? Which is gonna be my next point, but not yet. So you don't have to master everything that you can do, like LUTs or graphics on day one. Literally just practice the basic editing one by one. And there's so many editing softwares out there. I know about DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, and like I said earlier, CapCut, VN. There's so many softwares and apps that you can use to edit your videos, including Canva. Canva has like this video editing section that you can do. I really love Canva. Canva is really cool. So what I recommend is to start with watching beginner videos, at least 3, maybe to 4. That's what I used to do at first, and start from there. That's the best advice that I can offer. Okay, so this is the one that actually separates good videos from forgettable videos, and it's story.
Not supposed to look.
Not supposed to pose. Okay, my fault. And almost nobody talks about it when they're teaching beginners. Literally, it's the most forgettable piece of content or advice that all these content gurus forget to teach or say in their videos when they're providing educational or education in their videos. An important thing is to ask yourself, how did this video make me feel? The main 2 reasons why people watch videos are actually because one of 2. They either are there to learn or they're there to have satisfaction or entertainment, right? When you learn this, you sort of lean into which category you really want to fall into. Like, hey, this story provide an educational matter or an entertainment. So you sort of like know better to recognize and identify which one is your story falling into. So that's really important. So your video needs a story, not a plot, not a 3-act screenplay, a beginning, a middle, and an end that actually means something, not only to you, but to the viewer. So let's go. When I edited my first video, I literally just stitched together all the clips I filmed all together in just one sequence all together from start to finish. Like literally shot 1 and then shot 2, shot 3, shot 4. And it was a whole just plain video, no arc, no payoff, just literally just flat. So whenever you do that, there's no reason why the viewer has a reason to watch your video. Unfortunately, I know it hurts, but unfortunately, it's like that. So every time that you shoot a video or when you're in post editing your video, you should ask yourself, why should the viewer stay? What's the payoff for the viewer that's watching? What's the trade-off for their time? Because I think time is very valuable. So your content should provide something to them of value, right? So every clip, every line, every voiceover should pull them to that feeling that you want to provide to them. I believe that's story. You know, it's about giving respect to the viewer's time, because that's what it's all about. You know, I can make it 20, 30-minute video, but if I can provide that exact same value and make you feel a certain way with this video or with another video I've made in just 5 minutes, so why shouldn't I just do that instead? You know, if that makes sense. Okay, so last one, and this might be the most practical thing that I leave you with today. Check it out. You need a basket of ideas for your future content already set up. That's something I've struggled with so much, and I burn out really quick because I'm always like, every day or weekly, I'm like, what's going to be my next project? What's going to be the next video? And now I learned, or I am learning, okay, so this month, these are how many videos I'm going to put out. These are the content that I'm going to put out or I plan to make. So be a little bit more organized. That's what I'm trying to say. And in this place, all your content, all your titles, your ideas are there. I use Notion. It's sort of a website, and all you have to do is put your titles in there and just create your whole pages, right? That's what I use. You don't have to use that. You can use Notes, Google Docs, doesn't matter. You put the ideas there, and that's where your half-baked ideas live until they're ready to, grow and be baked, right? Of course. In Notion is where I script out all of my thoughts, my video ideas, and how I want the video to go and how it's going to be planned out. I usually have like this whole template that I created. So actually, I'll just leave it right here, my exact template that I use for my videos. So it'll be right there in the link in the description down below. Just check it out. It's free. So that'll be nice. I hope it's going to be helpful for you. It definitely has helped me a lot. So yeah, take advantage of it. So ideas are perishable and forgettable. You can literally be in the car, in the shower, or half asleep, and a really cool idea might hit you, and then you never write it down and you forget it. That's unfortunate, really. It has happened to me so much that I'm like, hey, I have this really cool idea. The next thing you know, I see another creator do it and it hurts. Personally, I've had like these really cool stories or ideas that I've wanted to develop. I just never do them. I just, let them be, and they never come about. So actually recently I made a voice memo of this really cool idea that I have. I used my voice memo on my phone. I was on my break at work, and I was like, yo, I have this really cool idea for my birthday that's coming up in about 30 days. And I was like, you know what? This is what I want the video to even sound like, with sound effects, music, and everything. And I started beatboxing at the voice memos. I was even beatboxing, trying to make the beat that I want to use. And I even, on the top of my head, I was like, with the script in mind already on top, I was like, I'll just flow. And it's like a 3-minute voice memo, so I'll just leave it right here so you can see. I have this really cool idea for a video. The video will be starting as, so this is my story. So my recommendation is to literally start it today, even if you have no ideas to even put yet in the basket. Just start it today, because if not, you'll forget. So we got story, editing, storage, and a basket of ideas. 4 things. That's it. It's pretty simple. Those are things I wish that someone would have told me earlier and sooner before I even start recording. It would have helped me a ton. Your first video won't be perfect. Mine wasn't, for sure, 100%. But it'll be done. And done gets you to video 2, and video 3, video 4, and so on and so forth. So finish it, post it. The algorithm doesn't care if it's your first video or your last video. Just hit public. You won't regret it. If this helped, subscribe and comment down below what's the one thing you would have liked to know when you first started editing? With that being said,